this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Is this still going to happen for us XRP holders, or have we just been wrong this whole time for years on end, and we're never going to see a new all-time high? Well, it's interesting kind of reading the room, because at this particular moment, especially if you hop on social media platform X, which is where the XRP community happens to live, there's lots of sadness and despair. Now, that's also true, broadly speaking, in crypto. So are we ever going to get out of this damn thing? We've just been ranging for half a freaking year. Are we ever going to see a continuation to the upside? There are so many people that feel utterly defeated, and it couldn't, like, the degree to which this is true, it's palpable if you hop on. Like, you can absolutely see that is a very common position to hold. I just don't think it remotely makes sense to be, feeling such despair. In fact, you should come to expect that this is just part of what happens in market cycles. I've been through this so many times before. People feel beaten down, it's never going to move, and then you wake up one day and suddenly it is. And my favorite example of that is when I cited this the other day, but it's worth repeating because it's still my favorite example of this. Maybe this will be my new one when this is all said and done. But in 2020, at the tail end of summer, maybe even gone through October, just nothing but sideways price action. XRP always 20-something cents day in, day out. That's all it did for months, and it was never going to move. People feeling beaten down, defeated. And then it rocketed. It absolutely rocketed. So is that still going to happen? My opinion, very strongly, is yes, so long as we do see a continuation for the entire asset class. But for tons of reasons I've been reporting recently, I could not be more excited and optimistic. Yes, indeed, that's going to happen. And there are lots of analysts out there who absolutely agree, and I'm going to share some of that with you in this latest Moon Lambo Hot Jam. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. As I record this video, it is 6:23 p.m. Central Time, Monday, September 2nd, 2024. XRP is just shy of 57 cents. Bitcoin at $59,297. Crypto Fear and Greed Index, not surprising, 26 out of 100. The market is absolutely in fear. And when this updates in another 36 minutes, I'm willing to bet that it's not, if it looks any prettier, not by much. It could be exactly the same number. I'm not expecting a big move there. There is also this post by XRP community member XRP Thor. And he wrote, starting to get spicy out there. And he tagged my fellow XRP YouTuber, the Blockchain Backer. And here's what the Blockchain Backer had to say about this just this morning. He said, makes sense. Market rejected retracements at irrational exuberance, extreme risk-taking, and euphoria. Market convinced it was a bull, and 6 months later, stock market hasn't expanded. Like a broken record, which I'm also tired of playing the same song, but it's the signal. Yeah, and so that is pretty well spot on. So we are still waiting, and I'm sure lots of people are indeed tired of hearing this. We are still waiting for actual expansion. And, stock market, crypto asset class, moves in tandem, broadly speaking. You've never had an alt season without that occurring. So, I think a really positive sign is that even though that's true, the fact that we've been ranging sideways for half a year, like that's not what happens at the end of a bull market. That has never happened in history. If that's it, that's the first time. Because normally, what has always happened, actually, with no exception, is that when you hit that peak euphoria moment, that's when you see a rather precipitous turnaround and ultimately a substantial retrace to the downside with Bitcoin cratering, whatever it is, 70, 75, 80, whatever percent. That has always happened. Is this time different? I kind of doubt it. But what the Blockchain Backer said right there makes all the sense in the world. There's this post from chart analyst Credible Crypto. He wrote, so he's talking about Bitcoin here, which I want to highlight, even though I'm most interested in XRP, and I'm sure it's true for many of you as well. But Bitcoin does lead the market, whether you like it or not, and I frankly don't care. So I don't mind that it leads the market. Maybe it won't always, but it does now. And if Bitcoin's going to see a continuation to the upside, then I would expect the whole market to kind of move in tandem there. So that's why I track this. And so he said, I am a little uncertain on Bitcoin at the moment on lower time frames. If I was looking at ETH exclusively, the fact that we front-ran the lows makes me think another leg down to take them makes sense. But we would only get that if Bitcoin does what is pictured below as well. So maybe one more, a small wave down before the real relief begins. Not sure. Let's see how things develop. So a little bit of a warning. He thinks it's possible, though he doesn't have a high level of conviction on this, that in the very short term we could see a further move to the downside. Don't be spooked if so. He is firm on his higher time frame price expectations, in Bitcoin ultimately going to well over $100,000, XRP over $10. Nothing has changed. It's just people are getting shaken out. This is what markets do. They test you. And so many people do ultimately capitulate. But eventually you run out of those people. Once the weak hands are gone, who's left, right? There's this post from chart analyst Stock Money Lizards. He shared this post with his 134,500 followers on X. He said, Bitcoin, 2016 versus 2024. The pattern is undeniably similar. Obviously, we can't expect to go as vertical as we did in 2016 in the coming months due to a 100x bigger market cap in 2024. However, our target for Q4 is $100,000. So when markets break, I mean, you may feel like we're running out of time for that, and maybe he's wrong and it doesn't happen, not in that time frame anyway. But when markets go, man, things can happen really fast. So there's still plenty of time this year. I mean, it's only the beginning of September. Plenty of time this year for something like that to happen, and so it's fascinating. If this is going to keep playing out to the upside, I mean, what he said right there also is very clearly true. The more money there is invested in an asset, the more money it takes to get it to double, triple, quadruple. So, of course, you're not going to have the same multiplier effect, but it doesn't mean you can't have some insane price action. And I hope that does happen for Bitcoin. Maybe I'll finally sell my Bitcoin if it gets anywhere even close to $100,000, or at least most, if not all of it. Because I've been holding it since 2017, so for me that would probably sufficiently entice me. I would say that. I was holding it when it was as low as $3,200. So yes, if it gets up to there, I'd be like, yeah, right, twist my arm, you know. But I'm more interested in seeing what happens for XRP, because I know that what is most probable is that if Bitcoin gets anywhere near there, we're going to have some insanity in the alt market, and you can already see like XRP has been behaving differently the last couple months. You may have noticed. I understand there's range-bound price action, especially if you're looking at XRP against the dollar, but my God, it's been outperforming the top 100 coins, just about all of them. Truly astonishing. That is not what you've seen in recent years, but here over the last couple months, at a time where it really, really matters, it is. There's this post from chart analyst Mikey Bull Crypto. He said, Bitcoin, huge parabolic rally in a few weeks to kick in, buckle up. And I do seem to keep seeing this from pretty much all the analysts. You're not going to range here forever. There's also this post from somebody named Depressed Bull. He wrote, September is the most bearish month for Bitcoin. Nuke is inevitable. And I actually highlighted just the other day, there's truth to that. You know, here's the CryptoRank website, and you can see data going back to 2011. And so if you look at the 13 complete data points, you can see that 10 out of the last 13 years for the sample, 10 of the 13 years ended up down for the month of September. 10 out of 13. There were only 3 green Septembers dating back to 2011. Now, it doesn't mean you can't have a green one. We clearly have in the past, but that's a big part of why people are saying what they're saying, just so you know. And so that was, what I just shared with you was reposted by chart analyst Crypto Michael, and he said, the September rally will be the most hated rally in recent years. Everyone is positioned for a dump. The short squeeze will be insane. So he's saying people aren't ready. They're going to miss the boat and be a bit upset. Well, we'll see if he's right. I mean, I always get nervous for analysts when they start talking about specific time frames. I mean, if they're just saying something like, there's no way to, be particularly consistently precise with time, but if you twist my arm, here's a range where I think maybe it makes sense. Those types of comments don't bother me. But man, this is a very strict deadline. You've got less than a month remaining here. And it's, for this to be true, like either it is or it isn't. It's rather binary here. And I hope he is right. I mean, I'm ready to get this party started just as much as the next person. And then he also posted this. It's going to be an exciting month for XRP. So let's see if indeed that does come to pass. I mean, I don't pretend to know what the timing's going to be. I just know that one day I'm going to wake up and stuff's going to be happening. And it's going to be a fun day to make a video about XRP all up on the YouTubes. Here's a post from chart analyst Dark Defender, XRP USD chart here. And he said, it has been a long time since XRP has been consolidating between 66.49 cents and 39.17 cents. In the weekly time frame, relative strength index dips formed parallel with the price dips. weekly RSI Golden Cross is in place. We have consistently emphasized the importance of the 66.49 cent level, this level, which is above the weekly Ichimoku cloud, which I'm pretty sure is a Pokemon, is a crucial marker that must be in place before the run. Supports are 52.86 cents and 46.23 cents. Now, here's the most interesting part of what he said there, though. We are having a deja vu of 2017 by standing weeks in front of the XRP bull run. If a similar run is in place, $18.22, the Fibonacci level of 361.8%, is expected to be the upper target level of Wave 3. It will be great to see all these come through. Well, I don't know if that's going to happen, but it seems absolutely plausible. That will be wildly life-changing for so many people listening, I'm willing to bet. If that comes to pass, over $18 XRP, I'm here for it, man. I'm absolutely here from it. I am not wavering one little bit. Here's a post from chart analyst Greg Crypto, and he said, XRP candle 133. Historical data reveals 4 distinct bullish hammer candlestick formations. And so he says there's candle 1, candle 22, candle 42, candle 96, and candle 133 current. The price appreciation following these bullish hammer candles on a monthly basis has been remarkable. And these percentages are truly wild. Take a look at this. Candle 1, 750%. Candle 22, plus 40%. Candle 42, 43,000%. Guess when that is. I don't even need to say it. I mean, it's on your screen anyway. But candle 96, 80%. Candle 133, question mark. The big question. He says, stay steady. The high of the Bitfork at $17 is just a 2,400% increase from the current market price, and reaching $27 would be an incredible 5,000% gain. So that type of stuff absolutely happens in crypto. Stuff like this has happened for XRP before. Very clear. There's history on your screen. And so to have a defeatist attitude and think that it couldn't happen again, to me, that's just silly. And so that's why you have all sorts of chart analysts like Greg Crypto have been in this for more than 5 seconds. They're not wavering, and I think for good reason. Historic precedent should make us feel very optimistic about what is about to come for the remainder of this market cycle. And again, I am absolutely here for it. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.